It is, guys. It's why so serious. What is here? And I just want to point out that a video is not supposed to be made until like a week from now. I'm serious with that. I was not planning on making any videos for about a week. Um, I was not planning on doing anything because I was gonna sit down and rest. Because after the Bill Cipher, what if I got tired of making videos because I was like, man, I'm pushing myself too hard, you know. But after reading one of your comments about my Infinity Stones video, I just got up and laughed for about 2 minutes. But just sitting there, read someone's comment. Not to be rude or anything, but there's 6 Infinity Stones. I got up and laughed my ass off for about a good 2 minutes. I was just like sitting there, just trying to watch some anime, and then I get a notification that I got a comment, and I'm not sure if you're watching this video, but I liked your comment. I liked it. I really did. I really did. Oh God. And I just want to tell you something. This channel is called Why So Serious. I'm not gonna get serious about any of the shit I do in here. And half the shit is gonna come out of my mouth is not gonna make any sense. And plus, I wasn't. Alright. If you can start off by saying you know what? I'm not sure you're trying to be funny or trying to correct me or anything. If you're trying to correct me, you did not just receive the function that well. Because all I did was just laugh by seeing your comment. And I'd like to say thank you for bringing up the comedy if you're trying to be funny. But you know what? It guaranteedly, it worked. I got up and I'm making a video now. I was not planning on doing anything today. Except watch anime and do dumb shit all day. Anyway, this video idea is just come from me staying up until 3 in the 4 fucking morning watching anime. And one of these many animes that I've watched have freaking warmed my heart up, and so at the same time giving me more and more reasons to not be trusted with an iPhone. Alright, I'm getting off track here. Alright, let's chill. Anyway, there are 7 Infinity Stones. I wasn't going off the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you go to the comic books, you type up these 7 Infinity Stones, and you should get something up about 7 of them, the Ego Stone and shit like that. But I don't feel like explaining. And this video is called "What if Deku had a goddess senpai?" This idea came from like watching about like 2 episodes of an anime that I forgot the name of. Because after a while, watching someone sit around here and have awkward conversation with a bunch of women kind of just bores the hell out of me. Where's the blood and shit, But anyway, this video was just came to my head last night when I was about to fall asleep. And turns out, don't put your phone in the freezer. I don't know what happened, but I woke up and I couldn't find my tablet. And I looked in the freezer and there it was. But I don't know how it got there, but I think I got up and started sleepwalking. But you know what? We're gonna leave that there. Alright. Oh God, I think I'm talking too much. Alright, anyway. Chill. Anyways, we're gonna start off this story basically as an anime because nothing's gonna change. It's just the fact is that Deku's gonna have like an adult woman who's gonna be cuddled up beside him and naked half the time. But you know what? That's just my mind because this is why so serious. What ifs? I'm gonna get seriously 18 plus half the time, and then non-seriously 18 plus, like throwing in some wacky shit, and then hoping that it comes out good because at the time I had to literally ignore what I just said for the past 8 minutes. This intro's too long. Let's start this video. It's not even an intro. I'm just saying shit out of my mouth. I gotta calm down. I did this with the fucking Infinity Stones when I was hyped at the beginning of the entire thing. Ooh, chill out. Chill. Anyways, it's gonna go as it is in canon because what is there to change? There's just nothing to change. We just cut off the Deku getting one for all, and you know how to end it. Basically, nothing happens. It's just that some things might be delayed a little bit because I gotta make room for Senpai. Anyway, shit. All right, this is gonna get so many dislikes. I already know it. I've already said too many dumb shit within the past. What? 6 minutes. I only got like an hour left to record, so I gotta get this video going. We're gonna start off back where we did in Canada, except for those 2 weeks. It's the beginning of 2 weeks, but we don't start off with Deku waiting at home for two weeks. We start off in the sky, in the sky, or is it just. Calm down. I'm too hyped. I'm about to say some dumb shit out of my mouth that I'm not gonna mean in the next eight years. We're gonna cut off to the sky. We're gonna the land of the heavens and shit. But we're gonna cut off. I'm not sure if her hair's gonna be white or black. I'm not sure which one I find more attractive, white or black. Which I don't. Well, considering the fact you look like you're about to bite off someone's crotch, I don't think I'm gonna choose you anymore. All right, anyway, I'm not sure if the white hair is more attractive or the black hair. That video is going to get me demonetized. As if anyone knows my channel exists. And she has no nipples. Great. Oh my god. Alright, just go back to this video. Just this fucking image before someone just calls the FBI on me or some shit. Alright, anyway. For all you kids that out there that aren't even up. If you're not 13, click off this video. Because you did not deserve to be watching it. Because this shit is gonna get you fucking sent to your parents' house. Your grandma's house. You're gonna get fucking stuffed with nothing but fucking chores. Anyway. In the land of the gods, you know, there's this one little beauty. I'm gonna find a different picture. Because right now she looks like she's plotting to fucking kill your girlfriend. But you know what? Alright, I'm gonna go. This was right here. Good enough. Blue hair. Aqua anime goddess. Oh, from Kuno-san, right? Kuna. I haven't seen it, but I've seen like fucking trailers of the shit. We're just gonna call out to her like she's a basic goddess, you know, just basic, and she's like the weakest. She's like the weakest link up there, you know. But down she's like goddamn Jesus. But you know what? Up there she's like getting a bit, you know, mistreated because she's not really one of the strongest and is more playful and excited and a bit weird than more everyone else. So eventually she's had enough and she goes down to earth. Or not really goes down to earth, she's more of Sparta kicked down to earth. But by her brother, because her brother is like 10 times stronger than her. And he's like a total asswipe. And he's been bullying her. Just like Zuko, except just she has some vulnerability and Zuko doesn't. And then basically when she's kicked down to the fucking earth, she literally lands in Izuku's lap. I'm gonna make this seem more like a weird anime that I am gonna do. I'm gonna fuck this up. What the hell is that noise? Lick the popo. Okay. Alright. But she's basically gonna land in Deku's lap. Just I want you all to close your eyes and use that weird that freaking imagination you got there. Just imagine her getting Sparta kicked by a spoiled asswipe in silverish armor, kicking her down a spirally hole down to earth because she believes she is not. She thinks that basically he sees her more as a imposter among us. All right, I'm stopping. And basically he kicks her down, and while Deku is currently just sitting there on his bed, and basically he's walking. Is he on his bed? I just fucking forgot because I literally imagined something so dirty in my mind I couldn't comprehend. But you know what? He's like on his bed, and then he's basically just waiting for his acceptance letter for those 2 weeks, and basically out of the fucking nowhere, a light begins to flash in the middle of the air. And he is, you know, more or less confused and terrified because just imagine being in a room and a miniature black hole opens up and just some lady pops out of it. He doesn't know that yet though. He's basically about to like get ready to run before she comes out and lands directly on top of him, basically getting this awkward dog position. No. Yeah. And she just lands on him, and she's just landing on him and got her. Basically just got her boobs pressed against his face, and he's just suffocating more or less. And as you know, she just looks down at him, bro. I already lost interest in this what if, bro. I don't want to do this what if anymore. Oh my god, I'm about to end the video. Man, I got to end the video. No, I'm not. This is literally what my mind craved for like a whole night. That sounds wrong. Oh my god. And basically, she gets off of him, but not get off of him. She more lifts herself up a little bit so she can get a closer look at him. And Deku is more or less just sitting under her. And is basically just looking at her with wide open eyes. You know the guy with One Piece? The guy who looks like he has no eyelids and or lips? Just basically just imagine him just looking at her like this. And she's just looking down on him with a big smile on her face and more of a blush. And she's a bit weird, so she starts to like hug up against him a bit more. Ah, God. My bad. I'll probably just breathe into the mic just way too much. Alright. You already done clicked out this video. You ain't even watching, bro. You ain't even watching. Alright. I feel like I'm talking to my classmates, bro. Oof. I'll miss those times. Story time later on in the video. It basically, this cuts like 45 seconds, and he kind of panics and starts to push her off of him, and she lands on the ground. She just gets up, and Deku gets up, and he's about to scream for his mom before, she starts to hold her shoulders and everything, and hold her back of her head and things, like that. I'm loving this. What if? Just imagining it in my head is making my heart just race right now. I almost said hearts. Oh my god. Oh. I'm not sure if I'm alone right now. I'm pretty sure my mom's in the next room just listening to what the hell I'm talking about. Oh god. Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna go check before I get an ass whooping. Hey, Mom. Not 100% sure. Okay. I didn't even mute it from the first place. I just made sure I didn't mute it and just fucking talk without you fucking noticing. And she's here, but she's more or less not paying attention to what the hell I'm doing, so. Quiet down. If I say something too loud, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. But, whew. That's what the air is on for. The air is to muffle my voice. I should turn the TV on, but you won't be able to hear me. And basically, in old style fashion, in like probably anime, proper anime. Her clothes start to rip off. Yeah, because why not? Why not? And I think my screen just fucking froze. Oh my god, I think my screen just froze. I can't do shit. It's not frozen, it's just fucking not in order right now. Alright. Oh god, I'm gonna switch the photo, but you know what? Basically, her shirt rips just a tiny bit, exposing some of her. Bro! I'm trying. What am I trying to do? Catch a case? No. Alright. Basically, her shirt rips over there where her shoulder is and starts to lean down a little bit. And basically, Deku just kind of rushes out the room and tells his mom what's going on. But when she comes to the room, she sees no one's in there. And it basically says it's his overactive imagination. He goes back in the room, not believing the hell she just said, and he's like, "It's so real." Her thing. Yeah. Oh my fucking god! I gotta move this image from my screen because the feeling that my screen is frozen haunts me really, really bad. Because if I gotta fucking reset my fucking tablet, I'm gonna fucking cry out in pain. I'm loving these photos, man. I'm loving them a lot. Alright. And basically, as soon as he walks back in the room, he gets, and the door just closes behind him. And as he freaks out, she's just there and just fucking tackles him to the ground. And basically, just calls him senpai. See, they're not getting married or anything. They're not gonna be together or anything. She's more just gonna be a weirdo that's always up against him. They're not gonna be in a relationship, but it's gonna appear like that. Cause reasons. First off, I don't feel like having to explain to a fucking 8-year-old why the hell I'm doing any of this shit. But anyway, For all I know, I got a fucking 18-year-old watching this video. Like, interesting. All right. Oh shit. Alright, basically, let's just cut to about an hour in, and she basically explains to him who she is. And the entire time, Deku is more or less trying to get her off of him. The entire time she's telling the story, she's always up on him, basically rubbing herself against him and grabbing him. And basically, he just tells her he's not really gonna do any of that stuff, but she's like confused at what he's talking about. And then he just receives a nice, hard slap to the mouth, you know. You know how it goes. And basically, she basically just disappears after that. He doesn't see her for about a day. He does bring it up again to his mom, but she says it's just his overactive imagination and that he's growing up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. No, you don't know what I'm saying. No, you don't know what I'm saying. You don't know what I'm saying. And no homo. No homo. I'm not sure. My mind is incredibly filthy throughout the entire school year of this literal kids that sit in the back having a meme board, a soundboard up on their computer playing moaning sounds in the back of the classroom. But you know what? We don't talk about those things because the day that someone plays someone with the loudest orgasm meme in the back of the classroom is a day that I literally do the same thing for the next 2 years. But you know what? I've been sent out the classroom more than enough already, but you know what? No one ever found out about that because I kept it to myself, but you know what? And basically, after like, a day goes by, he doesn't see her at all. She just appears behind him as he's in the shower and just fucking just jumps on him. And as he screams, Inko rushes in to see him just on the ground, just basically laying down in the bathtub, just saying that there's a woman on top of him. And she's had enough. And she basically says, do you need some help or something? Do you need to see a therapist? And he says, no. Then another day goes by and she appears out of nowhere, just sitting on top of him. Just sitting on top of him, holding his face, just saying, why are you afraid of me? No, not afraid of him. Maybe afraid, but just afraid of this. Straight up afraid. He says he's not afraid. And then he just received a nice, firm hug. And this time she's actually with him when he goes to sleep. He just has this grown woman just nodding up behind him at all times. Just like, you know where I'm getting at here. Because this is what I meant by the anime. It happens all the time in anime. You have some weird anime character. I want to make her have green hair, but you know what? I think that's already taken by like 8 other people on YouTube. But you know what? You know, he just up all night because he's got some lady holding his chest and just sitting behind him, oftentimes breathing in his ear. You know, oh my god, I'm getting excited, really excited. I've never actually had my heart pump like this, and I've never had my feet move like this. I'd probably be a backup dancer now, but bro, I'm talking too much. My bad, guys. I am just talking too much. For all I know, you guys are guys. You're probably just a bunch of women just watching videos saying how this guy needs mental and educational help and needs to see a therapist right away so he can fix his wandering mind. Anyway, basically the day goes by and basically she's just there. You know, when he's in the shower, he has to panic and just look in the opposite direction. He can't tell his mom anything because she'll take him to the hospital and say that he's crazy. And basically, she's made that clear already that she'll take him to a mental hospital if she has to get him fixed about the whole woman thing. And basically, when he's in the shower, he has to calm down because he's just a naked woman behind him, pressing herself against him, and basically just holding him. Because basically, you know, the portal was meant to go to hell, and since it get to him, she more sees him as a guardian because she didn't get sent to hell. Unless you want to call it hell with a fucking 13-year-old boy. Unless you want to call a 13-year-old boy hell, because I am being serious. 13 years, the fucking kids can do some terrible shit sometimes, you know. Kids can do some terrible shit sometimes. Basically, 2 weeks pass, and he gets his entrance exam. And she just hid up behind him in the chair. By now, Deku is not getting used to it at all. He's actually gonna leave like 6 times before she says no, and just this is basically the 6th time he asked the question. She just stuck her tongue in his ear. Don't get mad at me. You clicked on this video. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You know you didn't. No, you didn't. You did not click on this video. You did not click on the video. You're just sitting here. You just sitting there. Oh, hovering over the video. Oh, am I gonna watch this? Hell no, I'm not gonna watch this. Alright. Alright. And basically, as soon as Inko comes in the room, she disappears. As Deku was just relieved and says that she's gone. And Inko just says, "That's it, kid. I'm taking you to the hospital." Basically, he says, "No. I was because basically all week, every time she disappeared, he's always said that, and he's basically been relieved to leave his room because that's the only place where he's gonna be literally not stuck with her anymore." Whew. He just gets his acceptance letter, and as Inko leaves the room, she peers behind him again and says, "Congratulations." And basically, this entire time, he's just losing it, and he's just losing it, and half the time, he's just enjoying himself, because this is the closest thing you're ever going to get to a woman, so, yeah, shut up, nigga. This what if is just gone out the window. This channel is called Why So Serious. I'm not going to get serious about anything. You want a serious what if? Catch me in the next 3 hours, because that's when my new what if is going to be out. For all I know, I'm literally the only one on YouTube who has made a video like this. So no one else in the next 3 hours will make a video better than mine. So just hurry up and click on this video and then click on that video real soon. Alright. By the end of the 2 weeks is over, Deku's completely relieved because now he's not going to be at home all the time. Basically, he gets freedom. Freedom until she appears behind him, holding his arm as he walks down the street to enter the way. And he's basically like, "What the f*** are you doing?" Basically, as he basically have a long conversation about why she can't follow him. And basically, as soon as they get to UA, she just fucking vanishes. Bro, this is like the last video, because I might delete the Bill Cipher one. It depends on how many views the video got. So if I got more than the views than I think it has, I'm gonna do that video again. Anyway, and basically, not to the first day at UA, I did say that, yeah. Basically, as he enters the classroom, everything goes as in canon, except, at certain parts, he'd often see her throughout the window or something. He'd panic just a little bit. And basically, sometimes he'd appear in the corner of his eye and just disappear. No one else in the classroom would notice this except him. And basically, everything goes as it did in canon. Deku breaks his finger and causes turn of bleeding. Because it's not going to do anything that changes the one for all at all. He's still going to get it through judgment. And basically, she doesn't appear throughout the entire entrance exam because it's where she might get seen. She doesn't know where she can actually hide. And basically, as the entrance exam is over, and basically everything else goes as it did in canon. Hero vs. Villains is going to show up real soon. Other than that, I don't remember anything, but as Deku is just currently returning home, he just appears out of nowhere and it just basically hugs him and says that you're back. This is getting spicy. No, it's not. And basically, he walks home pissed off at the fact he's just being followed by someone all the time. He's never gonna be alone. Never again. When he goes to the bathroom, there's just gonna be someone watching over his shoulder, literally. I think it's home. He enters his room. Blah blah blah. She appears out of nowhere, but this time she's not wearing. She's just basically. I need a perfect photo. Something that is gonna get me fucking demonetized. Bro, I'm not that popular. YouTube doesn't know I exist yet. What the fuck is that, bro? YouTube doesn't even know I exist yet, so I have a long time before I had to get demonetized. I have a long time before that happened, so, get the hell out of my face. It was just me and my rapid mind. I just fucking just Google up. What the fuck? Oh. I'm not having the best time of year at all. I'm not at all. I'm not. I'm totally having the best fucking night of my life. I'm gonna get to the next part of the video. It's just I'm gonna get to it real slowly because of the fact that there's a bunch of anime drawings in my way. But anyway. Basically, she appears in more of a not a normal outfit she normally wear. Like, he's seen her naked a few times. And he even often occasion accidentally bumped into her or her boobs and gotten hit from it. But you know what? Nothing else has gone too serious. He's a bit confused if she's always going to be on him like that. And then when he actually ends up actually doing something that would count as for sexual interaction, she would often hit him, which would confuse him a lot. Because if you don't want someone to think you're trying to get with them, then why are you hugging up to someone and often naked? The time she appears out of got to nowhere, this basically just not wearing anything, you know. It's just naked, and she basically pounces on Deku, just hugging him basically, and he's just getting really, really happy. I'm not saying I didn't want to make this video 18 plus. I'm saying I just didn't want to make this video non 18 plus, because this is one of the videos that's gonna get like 3 views, and then basically get like a certain part of the video where they just click off it and not fully watch it. You fully watch this video, there's something fucking wrong with you. No, it's not. You're just really normal, just looking at some guy's YouTube channel. Don't worry, like, near future, I'm gonna be bigger than PewDiePie. He's Swedish, right? As soon as I said PewDiePie, I immediately just did not know who he was. I am so sorry. PewDiePie. Right. 65 million subscribers. No, 65 billion subscribers. How many subscribers does he have? I don't know. I don't even know how many subscribers I have. Last time I checked, I had 4. Alright, anyway, wasn't he also the same person who almost called his girlfriend's mom? Alright, I recall seeing a video of him cutting pumpkins with his girlfriend. He cutting up with a pumpkin. He said, "Oh, it smells like your mom, pizzeria." And she heard that shit too. You didn't care. You didn't care though. Oh, I remember that video. It's like was it PewDiePie or someone else? It was like, it smells like your mom, pizzeria. He just fucking looked at the camera. Alright. Oh, I remember that video. He looks at the camera and it zooms in on his face. You look over at his girlfriend, she just like fucking horrified what he was about to say. But I remember that video. It was a video clip about a bunch of memes. I think Blasphemous HD was watching it. Oh my god. Oh god, I had a good laugh. Besides the 2-minute laugh I had earlier today, but other than that, yeah. And basically, he's had enough. And as he goes to basically tell her to get off of him, she was actually in his face already. And as soon as he turned around, they basically lock lips. And she basically just gets pissed off and punches him right in the groin. And as he's weeping in pain, she just fucking vanishes. And basically this happens like for the next, I don't know, few days. And basically, Inko is a bit worried because sometimes he hears him talking to someone and she thinks that he may be a bit crazy. So one day she decides to try and catch it on video. She just gets ready to barge in for assignment. And normally, the goddess would normally disappear because Inko would never actually open the door real fast. But this time today, she's gonna open a door and see a grown woman on top of her son. Basically just got her face all up in his. Just licking him basically. She's very weird. She likes to do all types of weird shit because basically she had a rough childhood and basically get freaking beat up by just about everyone else because she's the weakest link. I've not explained any of her powers. This is not meant to be anything of what I'm saying it should be. Because in my mind, it's going to be a bunch of lewd things that should not come out of a kid's mouth, and a bunch of other things. And basically, Ego just fucking barges in the room. You basically see a grown woman on top of her son, and she turns over. She goes to fucking grab her before she can do anything else. She's vanished and taking Deku with her. My bad. I almost called her a dude. I didn't call her a dude. My god. Oh. Deku is now gone with a woman, and they are basically where she's been going to is basically fucking Basically, every time she disappears into the middle of the goddamn ocean. Basically on a deserted island where she's always at. Basically when she's not hanging out with Deku, just eating stuff and playing in the sand. And oftentimes she comes home, she's naked because she's in the ocean washing herself off. And she can get all the clothes she wants because she's a fucking goddess, so I don't give a shit. Basically, she just disappeared on this island. And basically, this is basically, not an island. And this is basically, this is not an island because she goes to the wrong place. Because she basically mind reading Deku and Deku is imagining UA. And basically, all of a sudden, they just disappear in their classroom. Since everyone's already gone home for the day, they just appear in an empty classroom. And completely, and they just get up. He just pushes her off. She lands on the floor. He gets up and says, "What is wrong with you?" Basically just fucking, blitzing. And I'm thirsty, and the urge to drink this soda is killing me, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to have no regrets. If I throw up, I throw up. Because I had a whole bunch of candy and a bunch of other stuff last night. And I almost threw up earlier today from drinking the soda. Along with a bunch of other tuna fish, candy bars, and a bunch of other shit. But note this up, kids. Mixing candy and tuna fish is the best thing in the world. And top that off, put candy and put some soda in there as well, and then there you go. We got instant diarrhea and vomit everywhere. Basically, they don't return home that night because her being a goddess and all that shit. He doesn't come home because they're not at home anymore. They're gonna be living on their own. And she just fucking kidnapped Deku. Maybe Deku tries to get out of there. He can't. He's gonna go missing from UA for about a day because she can have him picked up on an abandoned farm. You can't fucking get away from her. He used One for All just briefly to jump out of the way, breaking both of his legs. But it wasn't worth it because she just appeared in the middle of the air, catching him, and basically throwing him to the ground. Basically just brushing him back into the shed and fucking ripped off his shirt. And in the fear, because he's never done this before, he thinks he's about to get, some alone time. Basically, she just rips off his shirt and his pants. And basically it would take off his underwear. And he thinks the worst before she just picks him up and tosses him in bed. Hey, because she knows she's not going to go anywhere without any clothes. And before anything, she can do a thing, she heals Deku, fixing his broken bones. What a dumbass. Anyway. And basically, I said basically a lot because I'm still kind of come up with something in my head. This is why it's so serious. Nothing's going to be serious about this channel. I'm not going to seriously sit there and try to plan 8 hours of a script. I'm just going to sit there and make a video and improvise the entire way. What do you think my first video got 100 so views? I think it has 100 views. Either has 100 views or 8 of them. My bad. But he's after healing Deku, she just basically pins him down. And if you haven't seen the, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in the dungeon? Basically does what she did. I only made it like episode 2 of this shit, so, this is where this idea came from. Because the idea of have a goddess just living at home that's basically just always around you. And basically just wearing the weirdest shit all the time. It just put the idea in my head. Basically the seed of curiosity was implanted in my head. And basically the will to do it just fucking urged out. And this is where I am today. Basically she does the same thing, but she does it a bit different. Because basically she just touches his entire back and shit. And basically he just feels a sensation move out to his body. And it stops him from moving a bit. And basically knowing the crap out of him is he can't move. And she just basically paralyzes him basically. And he can't move. Basically, he just fucking picks her up, puts her in the hay thing, and basically just pops herself on him and stays there. And if Deku can't move, he's fucking stuck there. Nothing he can do can happen. Because he's basically a lifeless corpse. A corpse. There's a dead person that is still alive, which is someone who's called in the coma. He's still aware. He can't even close his eyes, though, because they're just propped open. And for the whole night, he just had to go through enduring pain because his eyes getting closed. And the next morning, when they wake up, She just unparalyzes him, and he blinked his eyes and just kept them closed. Because he just couldn't do it. And then she just teleports both of them back to his house. I am not going well with this one. I improvise it. This video, this would be like a point and error where everyone's not going to have any content left. Because all the good content is basically tainted by their weird minds. There's like 3 people doing the same video after this is done. Oh, fucking hell. Have a good, this video about to end in like 38 seconds, but my next video is probably going to be what if Deku's Godzilla. I said that last time before I just came out with a bunch of other random shit, but you know what? I'm being not serious this time, because I might just make 3 other what ifs before I do Godzilla. That's a lie. I'm going to totally do Godzilla after my feet start aching. Normally when my feet ache, I have a good, perfect time in my body. And basically when my feet ache, it's been an hour. And yes, if you're wondering, I am standing up and walking around my room as I do this. Because basically, I'm not going to sit here and imagine all this amazing stuff in my head and sit there and not move around and energize myself in it. Which is why I'm actually pretty much dehydrated half the time. Because I just sit around and run around and burn off all the calories I can never burn. Anyways, when my feet start hurting, it's been an hour. Or at least half an hour or somewhere an hour. Next thing I need is for one of you guys to comment, you got a weird mind. Anyway, as we get home, Iko is more well glorified because she is currently in the kitchen, and as they appear on the counter, and basically, Deku just looks over his mom and just basically, basically just giggles a little bit before panicking, and as she goes to hit, I haven't given her a name yet. Oh shit! I'm gonna look around her room and see if I can find something. Oh shit! Corn. I'm gonna name her Corn. I'm gonna name her Corn. I'm gonna name her Corn. That's literally knocking everything down. We don't have to talk about it. I gotta think of an actual name. A name for a goddess. There's a bunch of other good names that are basically taken. The Wizard of Oz has already got me in a bit of a loophole. I think I'm just gonna name her Alice. Alright, Alice in Wonderland. Alice in fucking Perv Land. Except she's a perv. And basically, she goes to hit him. She basically, Alice just turns a frying pan into just a giant teddy bear. And as Deku just swinging it, it's just fucking bouncing and squeaking. Basically, just fucking moves her hand down. Eagle just rushed to the floor and we just get stuck on the floor. And basically, you know, Deku says stop messing with his mom, and he tries to headbutt her, and basically does the headbutt her. And as she gets mad, she punches him right in the mouth and not right in the face until her godlike strength. There's a bit of a shockwave, and the counter is cracked as Deku is knocked out. And basically, her being the weakest link up there, she just scrubbed this motherfucker down here. Cause hey. Why not? Oh, I'm so tired. And the reason I had to go teleport into UDA because I'm gonna leave something there that is literally gonna fucking haunt a lot of people. Not only haunt a lot of people. The reason I teleported them there, the original idea was to have them teleport in front of their class, but then I just thought about it. That wouldn't end well, so I fucking just did and he made him end up there late. But no, basically, she basically just ties both of them up. And basically, she ties up Deku, but she's always sitting on him half the time. I mean, she's wondering why she's doing this. Basically, she just said because he's her friend. In the most menacing voice, as she looks at Iko with devilish eyes. And as Deku was waking up at this time with boobs in his face, he's like, when he speaks, nothing comes out because she immediately puts his mouth on her breast. Ugh. Hype. I'm getting hype. And basically, incapable of him to speak, as Inko tries her best to untie herself using her telekinesis. Telekinesis. Niggas. Niggas. Telekinesis. Alright, my bad. That's my bad. I can find anything wrong with any sentence, bro. Basically, it doesn't work though, because she's like, it's a knot, and how the fuck you don't know how to undo a knot? She lets him go, but basically just explaining that he's hers, and then you try to touch him. Basically, she's a yandere. Touch her, touch him, and you'll die. Where's my mic at? Don't fucking know, but touch her, and you'll fucking die, you fucking piece of shit. Cream cheese. Oh. COVID. Oh my god, that's so wrong. I'm so sorry. I do not have COVID. Oh my god. I'm gonna get so many hate comments. I'm gonna talk about. I'm not even gonna read them. I'm not gonna read the comments. Unless I probably will read the comments. Who knows? I never get comments. I never get comments on my videos. I'm just one that literally is the reason I'm making this video. Not to be rude to think, but it's only 6 Infinity Stones. I just think about it now, I still can laugh at it, but you know what? Because if you're not aware, there's like 16 Infinity Stones in the comic books, and there's like 2 other Infinity Gauntlets in there, and there's like 3 other versions of the Hulk. But you know what? I don't get those things. There's a bunch of other dumb shit, like Deadpool and Spider-Man weird time travel story, but other than that, no. Basically, she just goes to... Basically, when Deku finally returns to UA, he just wondering why he wasn't there the day before. Because he just really explains he had a bit of an issue. Basically, Bakugo just calls him a damn nerd. As he sits down, just basically, Bakugo... He notices something on Deku's neck. Because, you know... Bakugo is more the person to stare at his hatred people. And basically, he just noticed a red mark on his neck. And not a reddish mark, because I haven't seen them, but I know what they look like, bro. They're more of like a bruise. They look more of a bruise. And he sees more like a bruise on his neck. But more of a I know what it looks like, I just don't know how to describe it. It looks more of a reddish thing, reddish, and a bit of purple in it. And he doesn't pay anything by it, he's a damn nerd. Probably got picked on by a bunch of people because he's a quirkless asshole. He still calls him quirkless because in his mind, Bakugo is God. Not really God, but more of a higher being in his eyes. Basically, the hero versus villain thing does happen, except Deku isn't really really focused because he's got a lot of things to focus on. So Bakugo does jump out. He does get the drop on Deku, sitting up flying back, and they do end up almost losing the hero versus villain. Where Deku really risks everything and shatters his arm, pushing Ida and Bakugo through the window, through the wall, and basically sending the bomb flying. But Deku does manage to get it. Not really, they don't manage to get it. The hero team don't win, but at the same time they don't lose because the bomb goes flying somewhere else. Basically, they just don't win or lose. They just get tied because first off, the heroes lost but won, and the villains lost but didn't win. So, and so I'm afraid to say him for. What the fuck I just say? The fuck did I just say? If off of Hammer Flare. I'm not feeling good at all. And then you know, basically everything will be. When did the dorms get invented? The dorms are introduced during the Stain arc, right? No. They got introduced. Those got introduced during the USJ attack, right? I'm not sure. I think they got introduced during the USJ attack. Basically, just cut off to USJ attack. goes the same as in canon, except yeah, it goes the same as in canon. And no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because in the end of the fight, Deku fucks up, and All Might isn't there in time, and Deku is literally about to get hit by the Nomu before he is literally suddenly up over there on the other side of the room, and he sees his yandere is basically holding him. Basically, he says, "Thank God," and she looks at him with more of a disgusted look because he said, "Thank God." And basically, she gets a little bit annoyed by this and kind of squeezes him a little bit before moving out of the way again because the Nomu came up to charge. Basically charged, and then just basically, to her being a goddess, and basically being the strongest among us, coming soon, fall 1985. She's moving out the way, and she's still got Deku in her arms. And she's been moving away like she's nothing, like it's nothing. She throws a punch back, blowing a hole in the chest, and dislocating his shoulder, along with sending some of his bones flying. As the Nomu begins to degenerate, she just tosses another punch, and then after another. And all that's left is just a shriveled spine and an exposed right arm that is basically one step from falling off before he starts regenerating. Which one final punch? She throws a punch. Just think of you just shattering a piece of paper. And not shattering a piece of paper. Think of a piece of paper in water mixing together. Think of that, and just think of how fragile paper is then. But just think of the paper just being turned into glass and having someone made of stone break through it. Boom. There, just like that. And the Nomu is then basically killed. And basically, She-Rock is looking at her. And she basically just has his Deku in his arm, basically squeezing her towards her chest. They don't call him a her. I hear a lot of people do that, whether what-ups, and they just fucking ignore it. But I don't think I'm ignore it like that. Alright. She's basically got her clenched towards her chest. Basically, she just is literally ready with killing intent for hurting her senpai. Oh god. And before She-Rock can do anything, Kirigiri finally learned his name, grabs him and gets the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. They get the fuck out of there. As the heroes actually do arrive, then you see just a bunch of defeated heroes. As our lady Alice senpai took care of them. Ayala Sandori took all of them for her senpai. Her senpai. Oh my god. Shit. Besides all over, they just watch some woman holding Deku close into her chest. He's just clenching him. He's like trying hard to breathe, just hitting her shoulder, telling him to let him go. Nothing's happening. And basically, they just got her in her hands. Then all of a sudden, when they go to ask her who she is, or go up to her, she just teleports away with Deku in her arms. And everyone just get confused, think, Deku just got kidnapped by a villain. And they basically just teleport out of there and go, boom, zoom. Basically, before anything can do anything, All Might is just dumbfounded that one of the twins got taken right in front of her. Right in front of him by someone who's at least we got someone who looks like they wouldn't do anything. And they just teleport out of there. And basically, everyone is after everything gets situated, they talk about how Deku was taken. Maki was like, of course he would get taken. He's a dumb, quirkless loser who doesn't deserve to be a hero because he's lame and is a loser, and I'm better than him. Blah 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 blah. Some of the stuff he doesn't say out loud because I literally don't have anything else that I use to describe Bakugo except a little bitch. He's not a little bitch. He's more of an asshole. But some assholes. So some people do have good souls. I will have Bakugo be with a good guy in like the near future. I just love to watch Bakugo get his ass beat. So unlike everyone else, when I think of stuff, I picture them in my mind and I get to watch them as if they're a real enemy. Or a real cartoon or a movie or anything. What if Deku was in the SCP Foundation? I've seen that story. I've seen that on what else like 8 times within the past 8 years. Oops. I've seen that what if pop up every once in a while, every 5 or so hours. And then one of the thumbnails got my attention. of Deku like drowning. It got my attention. I clicked on it. And some of the audio was like kind of debugged or something. I couldn't hear anything. I just, I'm gonna go watch a few what ifs from that one. Then eventually I just get back to this. Till then, this has been Watch a Series What Ifs, and I'm not in the video here. I'm just gonna make you think I am, but anyway. Basically, everyone is looking for Deku, as in the next day, Deku just walks in the room. And basically just asks him what happened, how did he escape from the villain. And basically, Deku is being hypnotized, basically have to deal with her all the time. Basically, he's not thinking when he says this, but he says, that was my senpai. I mean, then he, as he says it, he just catches him so quick. And basically, as he says senpai, he basically just covers his mouth. I mean, it just makes that noise like. And he just slams his face into his forehead and says, I'm an idiot. Why did I say that? Basically, with that day on, they're just looking at Deku. And Bakugo hearing this, and basically, Bakugo is like, oh, Bakugo be a more smart ass in this one. Literally just have like just like a book is ready and always near him all the time. It's like, he's in his head, he's more like, the red spot on his neck, strange woman, senpai. And basically, out of nowhere, with him not thinking either, he says, I'm about to scream this out of my mouth, and if I get a knock on my door saying, what the fuck you just say? And basically, if I get that, I'm ending this video and I'm deleting my YouTube channel, and I'm basically gonna create another one, and now we're gonna be off gaming, and I'm gonna figure out how to record Fortnite. There we go. And basically, he just gets up out of his chair and basically does what Ida did in the entrance of his dam. And he says, "Are you sleeping with that woman?" And basically, everyone just looks at Bakugo, and then he's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck you just say? What the fuck you just say?" And then they look at Deku, and Deku's like fucking shocked. He just got like a shocked face, and he's like waving his hands. No, he listens to this. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. And basically, just Bakugo is just activate detective mode, and basically just says. He basically just says, I gotta think of it because I'm thinking about like I'm not thinking about the present right now. I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about what Deku's gonna say after Bakugo's done talking. And basically, Bakugo just points out the red mark on his neck, which Deku just quickly covers with his hand. He's like, "What the heck?" It doesn't cover, more like kind of look for. He's just like, "What?" Well, the fact is that the lady had her clenched up to her chest, and he just points out reason why his theory is proved. And Deku's still not using his brain. I've seen a compilation of Deku not using his brain, and I fucking love the compilation. And he's not using his brain. He fucking blurts out, "It's not like that. I've only seen her naked once or twice." No. He doesn't say that. He says, basically, he just says, "It's not like that. She's only been clenched up before." Bro, I keep fucking stuttering my words, bro. Basically, he just says, "It's not like that." He says, "It's not like that. It's not my fault that I accidentally poked her a few places." No. That doesn't seem. No. I'm trying to focus here so I can get this what if over with, so I can make part 2 and have little itty bitty tiny Izukus running around. I lied. This is gonna be a relationship between Deku and Alice. And basically, he just points out and says, "It's not like that. It's not like that." And basically, he's still not thinking. He blurts out just because she's all. Just because. Fuck. And he just blurts out. It's not like that. Just because she's been just because she cuddles up beside me naked sometimes doesn't mean we've been together. And this can't realize what he just said. He just turns white. He's just like. He just fills up. His body is drawn over by color, just by whiteness. And his eyes just go blank, and he just stopped right there in his track. And everyone, including Aizawa, is looking at him with his mouth open, like, "What?" And basically, everyone is just dumbfounded by what just came out of Zuko's mouth. And basically, Zuko was just not knowing what to do. He just screams, fuck! He just basically screams, fuck! It's not like that, bro. It's not like that, bro. No, it's not like that. That's why your mom's breath smells so good. Yo, we gotta take that. That's why your mom's breath smells so good. Do your worst. Yeah, but we gotta take that. Alright, I'm basically just planning out the future right now. I'm basically planning out the future of this what if. Like, I just left the present and just went straight to the fucking future. Basically, just back to the future. If you hear me just talking like random out of context, don't take that into consideration that I'm just losing control over what my mind is capable of keeping its focus on. Just think of this. I am a big brain who's looking into the future so I don't have to be an idiot and stumble upon my toes and question what I'm doing with my life for the next 8 minutes. Basically, this class goes by. Deku just dumbfounded. And basically, everyone's just looking at him. And just basically... And he just basically just snaps. And he fucking runs out of the room screaming, fuck! And he just opens the door and just fucking runs out of there and slams the bitch in the process. Fucking runs out of there. And he just fucking runs out, closes the door, and fucking runs. And then literally... Just Bakugo gets up and starts to run after Deku. And basically, after that, it just... Everyone else gets up and just runs after Deku. They don't run after Bakugo. They don't run after Bakugo. Everybody basically run after Bakugo. And you know, girls being girls and like, oh, gossip time. And some of the girls get up and start running, and then some of the dudes start to take. And then Zao was getting up to go run after them to go get them to come back to the classroom because that is not basically what they need to be focused on right now. And basically everyone else is just clapping. He just gets up. Even's even intrigued by this, and he's just fucking blitzing off after them. And Bakugo was just chasing Deku down, like, come back here, you damn nerd! Tell me what you want to say! Tell me more! Tell me more! Tell me more! And basically, before anything else can happen, Deku, he's basically running. He's got a mind of his own now. His body has a mind of its own, and he is just running. Before he can do anything, Senpai Alice just comes out of nowhere, holding Deku. And it basically just grabs Deku and just holds him. And basically just teleports away. And Bakugo was like, no, you're mine! And then basically, they just fucking disappear. And he just goes right through he just lands right where they just were. What the hell was that? Oh, crepe. Oh, crepe. The crepes is like, French pancakes? Shit. It's from that day on, and the news got around that a kid at UA is dating an adult woman. And basically he's still technically a minor, so basically when Deku turns the day after the next, and it's almost time for the sports fest, and it's basically the month after the USJ attack, and this one all happens. And basically, a few days go by and get ready to introduce him. Deku finally does show his face again. And his leaders all looking at him with like the not menacing glare, but like more of curious eyes. And Bakugo was like, there you are, you damn near before anything can do something. As I would tell Bakugo to shut up. You see, additionally, you know, got around, and I know how they did in Canyon with the other classmates coming up. And basically, everything goes, oh my god, I'm bored. This video was just a complete waste of my time. And if you're listening to this, don't fucking take anything by this. Don't dare comment. Don't do, what the fuck? I gotta stop. We gotta unsubscribe for a lot of shit. But anyway, do not, and I repeat, click on this video. If you click on this video, you are a simp. That's all I have to say. This video was brought to you by a guy who commented about my Infinity Stones video. And if you're watching this now, you still made me laugh for like 2 minutes. Bye-bye.